Testing, testing. Can I be heard? Hello? Hello? Can I be heard? Does this sound normal?
Hi everyone, this is it. Welcome to Classic Tetris Monthly Daft Masters. Wow.
Alright. Let's get this done while I can do it. Not everything is connecting though, it's pretty weird. So anyway, welcome to Classic Tetris Monthly Daft Masters June 2025. I'm your host Van Dweller. My computer is a little crazy right now, but we're going to get through this. We are going to get through it. Let's take a look at what we are doing right now. We're going to start like momentarily. Where is it? This is what we want to look at. It is the top 8. That is what we are doing. We are doing MORKOS versus SCOTTO Bozo. And that will determine our last semi-finalist. So it's either going to be MORKOS, it's going to be SCOTTO Bozo. Then we will be down to our top 4. And life will be glorious. Remember, players, put your Hertz and input displays on. Let me just open our rules here. I'm not going to read the whole thing since we're running a little late. But make sure we're doing level 18 starts, ready to do same piece sets, Hertz and input display turned on, no in-game advice, no pausing. If you have tech issues, just keep playing. Best of 5 is what it is. Prizes. For some reason, my computer right now does not want to connect to Matcherino. Don't know why that is. But if you can get to Matcherino, go ahead and contribute to our Matcherino prize pool and use the Matcherino command. I understand it should be working for you. Click on the second link. That'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. And then you can, you can support the players, make sure they keep coming back. That is the important thing. Another important thing is to support the channel and make sure I keep coming back. And the way to do that is patreon.com/monthlytetris allows you to provide an ongoing pledge of support. Yeah, you think it's a different mic than normal. All right, let's see. All right, how about that? It should be the same thing. Is it different? Did it change? I don't know. This is different. All right, this is different. Good. Anyway, you can make an ongoing pledge of support on Patreon. Do that. Yeah, this is the normal mic. Yeah, I think the other one, I was probably on the MacBook mic. Weird. Anyway, let's just do it. Let's just get it done. Excuse me. It's 7:13 in the morning here in Texas. Let's give these players some pieces. Now, the other thing is not connecting right now is Twitch chat. Good morning, Tetris time. Yeah, so I can't, I thought I gave you some pieces. The pieces here, did the pieces go through? Because my browser is not connecting. Yeah, that's not working. I'm gonna have to do it through here. This is gonna be weird. See if it works. No, I got it. Thank you, El Peltum. It's weird. I can generate it through the Restream chat, but not through actual direct Twitch chat, which I can't connect to right now. Pretty weird. Pieces are going to be 7C, A, B, B5, 7 Charlie, Alpha Bravo, Bravo 5. And I'm probably going to have to manually count this down. Oh, where are my facts? Here they are. All right, Merker out, Leo out. Yeah, computer's pretty weird right now. We're just hoping to get through the whole thing. It's only one match, so I think we can do it. 7 cab B5, 7 CA BB5. Those are the pieces SCOTTO. Maybe I need to refresh SCOTTO. Let me refresh SCOTTO. Okay, yeah, that was it. Do I dare refresh Merker? Do I dare? Oh my god. My computer is insane right now. I don't know why that is. There we go. All right. Let's not mess with anything else any further. Let's get ready to start. And the amount, since I can't connect to Match Arena right now in the Das Masters thing, it's going to be blank. I don't know why that is. It's pretty weird. All right, looks like we are ready to start. Merker versus SCOTTO Bozo. This is the top 8. The winner goes to the semifinals. Does that work? Looks like that's not working. The winner goes to the semifinals in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So this is Classic Tetris Monthly Das Masters Top 8. Merker, SCOTTO, Bozo. They are getting underway. My computer is acting very strangely. We're going to try to get through this one match. We have 3 semifinalists already installed. One of these players will be the other one. On the left side of your screen, it is Merker, who qualified into this tournament in seed number 3 from Finland with a 1.10 qualifier. Got a bye in rounds 1 and rounds 1 and 2, and defeated JDH in the round of 16 to make it here to the top 8. It's got a DAS PB of 1.258. It's good for about 29th. 1.259. Good for about 28th on the list. Merker was ranked number 13 in the most recent Premier poll. 5th appearance in Das Masters. He's got a semifinals appearance, and that was back in January. So looking to do it again. You may have seen Merker in silver and silver bracket of CTWC 2021. Also playing in CTEC Finland in 2022, winning that, playing in CTEC in the online years 2020 and 2021. 138 for Merker here, 140 for SCOTTO. Still waking up 7:18 here Monday morning in Texas. 163 for SCOTTO. That means SCOTTO is up at like 5:18, which is crazy, but appreciate it that he's willing to do it. And speaking of SCOTTO seed number 11 qualified in with a 1.04 million from the USA, has a 1.258 million PB. It's good for 29th on the overall PB leaderboard, ranked number 19 in the most recent Premier poll. 8th Das Masters appearance. He is a former Masters winner. Did it in Stupid Tetris Monthly back in November 2021. He's got one other Masters event appearance. That was back in February 2021. Won the silver bracket in 2023 and played in gold bracket of CTWC in 2019, 2020, 21, 22. Also played in silver bracket 2024 and Jonas Cup last year as well. 304 for Merker, 280 for SCOTTO. SCOTTO, of course, famous for that RNG manip 1.5 million with DAS. Prize pool is at 800. Thank you, Summer B. I am not going to be able to keep up with updates with the Matcherino, so I appreciate everybody's doing it. For some reason, my computer will not connect to Matcherino right now. So thank you, Summer B. Scotto, with a little adjustment to make room for that long bar, but then lost DAS and couldn't put the long bar there, so now he's going to work on fixing that. 376 for Merker, 356 for Scotto. Merker with a Tetris, and Merker with the spin tuck line spin. So it's a line spin and then a spin tuck. Like an extra tuck on that line spin to get it too deep into a tuck setup, which is totally crazy. I saw it. 424 for Merker, 389 for Scotto. Did I try turning it off and then turning it back on again? Yeah, I actually did. I restarted my entire computer. Am I flabbergasted by that move? I wouldn't say I'm flabbergasted, but I enjoyed it. I would say that I'm flummoxed by how shook people are that someone used the word flabbergasted one time. And they're like, what? I've never heard that term. So I guess I am flummoxed by that fact. 438 for Scotto, 516 for Merker. What's up, Chen? How's it going? You just think it's a fun word? Flabbergasted. It's fine. I think I like flummoxed more. It's a word that almost rhymes with stomach, right? And how many words are there like that? 563 for Merker, 532 for Scotto Bozo. Scotto is 10 lines ahead, though. 608 for Merker, 631 now after Tetris. He's got one more Tetris available before 19. This could be over 650,000 point transition if he can get it. Scotto is into 19 at 559, a very good transition. And Tetris for Merker into 19 at 655. Tetris Scotto 583. There's another Tetris Scotto 608. He's into level 20. You like absconded. All right. It's a good one. I don't have a lot of call to use the word absconded in a Tetris tournament. There's not a lot of people absconding with things, but I'll try to work it in sometime. $690 for Scotto. He gets a Tetris 717. $765 for Merker. Yeah, you think someone keeps absconding with all the long bars? Not in this seed, man. They got good paces. They had good 19 paces, so there was a lot of long bars. I was gonna say plethora, but all right, Scotto kind of high-centered here, trying to survive long enough to get a long bar down, and he does. 807, 833 for Merker. Both players in a bit of a down stack here. All right, Scotto is the first one to drill back down. He's trying to get set up, trying to get back into the lead. We've got less than 40 lines to go until level 29, which is still the DAS kill screen. All right, Scotto having to take a couple burns, and Merker really is the first one after that whole mutual down stack to get a Tetris off it, though. 893 for Merker. Tetris for Scotto, 895. Scotto ahead by 300 points, but also ahead by 5 lines. So that line disparity could definitely be something when we get to 29. Tetris for Merker, 964. Tetris for SCOTTO, 962. 4 lines ahead, it's SCOTTO. Gonna minimize burns here. Tetris for SCOTTO, 999. He's like a few hundred points short of a max out. Tetris for SCOTTO. Merker's got the max out. He's at A66, trying to set up for 2 more, which he has the potential to do. SCOTTO, unfortunately, he's going to have to take a burn here, which maybe he can't afford. He's at A73. He's got to try to get 1 more. And let's see, no, and Merker is going to take it and get a 1.1 right as he was sort of topping out here. So what a game number 1, a 1.1 for Merker and A73 for SCOTTO in game 1, taking it to the house, both of them. And Merker, though, excuse me, it's 7 in the morning. Merker is going to take it 1-0. Oh, geez. I'm going to run you guys off another seed. Excuse me. Holy moly. Yeah, if I look at the chat and Twitch, it's still like from before we even started. It won't load anything. It's pretty weird. Well, guys, the great virtue is to like know all the vocabulary words, but to be plain spoken. That is a great virtue. 5B671. All right, looks like both players are ready. Going to run the countdown here. Get them started in game number 2. SCOTTO looking to tie it up. Okay, we are underway. Merker versus SCOTTO Bozo. A heck of a game, number 1. If it weren't if it weren't 7 in the morning and people were sleeping, I might have yelled my head off a bit because that was very, very exciting down toward the end. The Vits for SCOTTO. What the heck are we doing with the Vits? No 7 a.m. Vits, guys. What is the highest losing DAS score nowadays? I mean, it probably happened this month. If I could connect to anything, I would try to dig it up for you, but all right, a little bit of a rough start for both players. SCOTTO trying to bring this down. This is not easy. It's the S spin. That left side could be a problem if he can't bring this down a couple of rows, but he does, and he gets that T over. 93,000 for SCOTTO. Tetris for Merker, 151. All right, SCOTTO trying to, he's like, oh my God, how much more of this could I take? It's kind of coming down here. 177 Merker, 107 for SCOTTO. I mean, this is a dig. That left side is going to need some attention. I mean, the right side is going to need some attention, though. You can see this is a real problem. Oh no, SCOTTO! What the heck? He did everything he could to try to survive that. The dig from hell, but yeah, not going to get through it. Valiant, though. I mean, he really, really... yeah, and Merker, it might be in the process of topping out, but you don't worry, Merker, you are good. You have taken game number 2. SCOTTO could not survive his dig. I mean, that was an absolutely crazy dig. Almost insane. Took forever. It was like 50 lines digging. Maybe next time it'll take me less than half the pre-transition to get one good piece. Yeah, I know, for real. Fire says, oh, the poor guy, he looks so defeated. Well, I mean, it is 5:30 in the morning, SCOTTO time. So, could also just be, you know, I want to go sleep. SCOTTO really hero, you know, last time and this time. Getting up before work. Get these matches done. Yeah, some people work, you know, guys. You can't just sit around and play Tetris all day. All right, let's get these players started. Game number 3, Merker versus SCOTTO. Merker up 2-0. SCOTTO needs to win to stay in. Hello, just arrived. What happened in the 2 games? Let's see, Giovanni. In game 1, both players took it all the way to 29. Merker got a 1.1. SCOTTO got a high max, like A7, something like that. Basically, Merker, his last Tetris was the thing that clinched it. And then game 2 was digs from hell from both. Merker survived his, SCOTTO didn't. And it was like 67 lines. Merker in real trouble here. And I guess SCOTTO gonna take game number 3. So SCOTTO, you are good. You are actually good. I made the mistake of eating pizza the other day, and, you know, right on cue, I get a pimple. I'm a 48-year-old man getting a pimple. What the heck? I knew as soon as I ate that pizza, I was going to get one. All right, the pieces are here. EBBD40. EBBD40. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started. Don't you get pimples from chocolate? I don't. No, I don't. I get them from bread and nightshades. And unfortunately, pizza has got both in spades. But, you know, pizza's good. Still worth it. For 47,000 for Merker, 47 for SCOTTO. Early in game number 4. going to take triple. Waiting for a bar. Let's see, can I connect to Liquipedia? Yeah, at least I can connect to Liquipedia, but I still can't get to Matcherino. You'll notice the Matcherino amount is not on the screen. For some reason, I can't connect to it. Just totally weird. All right, the long bars are coming finally for these players. Oh, you think Matcherino rug pulled? No, everybody else can get connected to it. For some reason I can't, and I can't connect to Twitch chat. I don't understand why. Like, I'm connecting to it through an intermediary and it works fine, but I can't connect to it. Yeah, they probably will at some point, Moodus. Almost certainly. It's run by gamers. You can't trust them. $183 for SCOTTO, $202 for Merker. You got a pizza with gorgonzola and salami. That sounds amazing. Mine had sausage, ricotta, and red pepper. That was mine. And Sue had one with eggplant, and I think it was the eggplant one that did me in because I had some of it. Or courgettes, as you might say over there. Tetris column 5 for Merker, 275, 260 for SCOTTO Bozo. Oh yeah, not courgettes, aubergine, right? Aubergine, yeah, that's it. Courgettes is squash, right? Wait, what is courgettes? What is courgettes? Yeah, aubergine. Yeah, courgette is zucchini. There you go. Zucchini squash, right? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Listen, it's 7:30. Sorry about that. Well, you can't just, yeah, like, for some reason, Americans, yeah, courgette is a squash. Yeah, my apologies. Aubergine. It's 7 in the morning. I'm itchy, I'm scratchy. I'm all the cartoon animals. For some reason, Americans, like, we can't take the good words for it, like the regular words. So we have, they try to market it. So you guys call it, you guys call it, normal words, and we have to, like, have entirely different words. Like you guys, well, like people over, people in, like, England, right? They call it rocket. We call it arugula because, I don't know, somebody wanted to market it and make it sound more, more Italian, I guess. I mean, maybe that's what they call it in Italy. I don't know, but, like, we don't need to call it that. SCOTTO in trouble. And that is going to be a top out for SCOTTO at 456. And Merker, you are good in a crazy seed. Merker incredulous several times at the lack of long bars. How many bars did we have? Oh, we don't know. 41, 39 through 19. Yeah, rocket. Anyway, GG's to both of our players. Merker, you will be moving to the winners bracket. But hold on. Ready? What was this? This was the red bracket. GG's SCOTTO, by the way. Thank you for playing at this early hour. It seems like RNG was a factor. It was annoying today. And just appreciate your playing and hope to have you play again. And there is Merker, who will be moving on to the semifinals. All right, look at, we're just going to watch him lounging on that couch. We'll just look at him uncomfortably until he gets sick of it, really. But anyway, GG SCOTTO, GG's Merker. That game one, I thought that was what we were going to be in for the entire time. Like, I thought that was going to be just best of 5, you know, I mean, going all the way to game 5 decider. But it didn't happen this time. All right, let's take a look at our bracket, y'all. All right, why I cannot get it to refresh. My computer is a mess. There it is. Well, there it is. Tugi, Pixelandi, Giovanni, and Merker will be in the semifinals. We've got 2 former champions on either side of the bracket. Each of them is going to take on their own challenger or aspirant or whatever. There they are. And 4 different countries, right? So Austria, Tugi, Pixelandi USA, Giovanni, Italy, and Merker from Finland. So 4 different countries represented in the finals. And again, GG's SCOTTO Bozo. Thanks again for getting up this early to play. Have a good day at work. And thank you all for, I don't know, just, you know, being here and whatever. All right, so that was a solo match. I don't know what's in our matcherino. Somebody can tell me, but I think Summer said we got up to 800. If you want to contribute to that prize pool, go to matcherino. Use the matcherino command if you're watching live. Go.ctm.gg/dasprize. I gotta figure out what's wrong with my computer. Don't know. But yeah, I think we're about 200 away from meeting our goal, which means we would be able to pay those top 8, right? We want to pay those top 8. All those people would get a prize. We get to 1,000. Okay, so thanks also to our patrons. There they are. Patreon.com/monthlytetris. Thank you, everybody on this slide, including Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato Cacket, and Mila. Really appreciate that. Patreon.com/monthlytetris. And let's see. Did anybody do anything this stream? I don't know, because my computer's nuts and I can't connect to Twitch. So we'll see what this thing says. And it says nothing, but I think that's not the case. I think Summer B resubbed at tier 1. So this is not right. Computer's a mess, guys. I'm gonna have to refresh again. Just leave it off. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing, so. Anyway, thank you to whoever did anything. I can't tell. My computer's a mess. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Well, we do have something scheduled, actually, of interest. You will want to know this. You will want to know that Meme versus Dangler top 8 in Masters is scheduled. That is going to be, that match 25 here for Masters. That has been scheduled. That's going to be on July 2nd. That is Wednesday at 6 p.m. U.S. time, which is, 2300 UTC. So if you want to watch that, that is the thing. That's going to be a good match. Meme versus Dangler. Winner goes to semis. So, but anyway, that's Wednesday. So really, got to see. I don't know when we're going to schedule the semis for Das Masters. As soon as we have done it, our schedulers will post it in Discord. That is the place to go. Pixelandy in the top 4 of both. So he could have a month. Yeah, the last player to do that was the first and most recent player to do that was Fractal back in March. July 2nd, yeah, that's only a couple of days away. That's Wednesday is when that is. Okay. Well, I think I have thanked everyone. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to go back to sleep. Oh, here we go. Manny the Obvious. What is it? What is an obvious? I don't even know what that is. Thank you, Sven. Manny the Obvious. Random stuff of me. Thank you for all hanging out on YouTube. Kevin Porter. Everybody for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. Take care. See you on Wednesday or when we see you.